At some point in our lives, we've had someone say, follow your passion, or do what you love, be brave, have courage, and break away from the norm. People who have made changes in the world didn't fit in the status quo. So do your thing and be free. Well, what if I told you that this advice can be misleading and in most cases make you miserable? Here's how. Let's say you finished school and got a degree in economics and then got a job. 2 years into the job, you realize you're miserable. Your boss thinks you're not of much value to the company and you hate yourself. But you've always wanted to be a singer, so you decide, with the kind words from your friends and family, to quit your job and follow your passion. The problem here is that you've been out of practice for years, and so you decide to take some months of singing classes to try and catch on with the demands of the singing profession. And then you start to sing, hoping that some record label will sign you a record deal. Sooner or later, you realize that no one is going to sign you, and now you have no job and no skill. What do? This is where we talk about the concept of acquiring rare and valuable skills. Cal Newport summates in his book, So Good They Can't Ignore You, that those who follow the passion hypothesis end up embittered. What you should do is seek to stand out from the crowd by acquiring rare and valuable skills that make you so good at what you do that people are willing to pay you for that skill. He calls this rare and valuable skill career capital. Therefore, instead of quitting your job to follow your passion, which is also a job, build rare and valuable skills in your current job or niche to make you stand out. This way, you get people who are willing to pay you for that skill. This is a sure way of getting financial compensation for that skill. And not just that, but you come to love the job, not because you were magically attracted to the job, but because of your high skill. You are able to make such huge impact on the lives of people that the feeling of accomplishment will make you love the work you do. First off, it is hard to find someone who feels that he is destined for a certain job and that is the work he was born to do. It's hard to find passion because no one knows their future to make present decisions that are sure to guarantee their future happiness. Again, passion is fickle to depend on because a lot of times passion is a result of mastery. You can only be passionate about work that you have contributed immensely to and not about something that you have no experience doing. Logically, it makes no sense to exchange a job where you have average capacity for a job where you have no capacity. Following your passion does not guarantee happiness, which is the sole or a major factor why people quit their jobs to follow their passion. If you decide to follow this path, you need to have a lot of autonomy and control that will make it sustainable for you to quit your current job and pursue another. And in order to do this, you need to become a craftsman. A craftsman is a person who works hard and smart enough to build rare and valuable skills that make him indispensable in his current field. This earns him money because people are willing to pay for his expertise. For example, an accountant who is stressed out from his current job decides not to quit his job, but work on increasing the value of his existing skill at the job. When he acquires the rare and valuable traits in his job, he can get promoted to an office where he can use those skills. With this, he's going to get more money or get hired by another company. In other words, he's getting more recognition for his work and he's being paid for it. Or he can quit his job and become a consultant in his field. This is against quitting your current job for a new job where you have zero career capital. A small amount of skill can be increased by deliberate practice. Building your career capital demands that you put in the work required to stand out from the crowd. It entails that you quit being average by setting out time to consistently and persistently grow your skills to become an indispensable individual in your area of work. Doing this is not going to be easy, but as time passes, it becomes part of you and the difficulty lessens. Deliberate practice means getting out of your comfort zone to learn new things required for your growth not repeating old practices that you already know how to do. Becoming a craftsman may be tricky, so if the job presents few opportunities to distinguish yourself by developing relevant skills that are rare and valuable, or the job focuses on something you think is useless, or perhaps even actively bad for the world, or the job forces you to work with people you really dislike, then the craftsman mindset should not apply. Now that you know the reason why you shouldn't follow your passion, becoming a craftsman has advantages. First, it gives you control. You are able to control what work you do and how to do it, and not bombarded by workload from your boss. This happens because you have rare and valuable skills that is not possessed by everyone on the job. Therefore, you are able to choose how you do your own thing as opposed to following your passion, where there is a high chance of you ending up without financial support in a new field where you have zero experience or skills required for the job. You are also able to explore your creativity with your work and make impact on the lives of others by solving their problems. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and watch out for the next video.